sexuality and like you're like still very much a guy. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas like a lot of nerds are kind of like,
Tell me more, honestly. So you're saying basically I'm a nerd, but I'm also sexy because like I am comfortable with my emotions and my sexuality. Yeah. I mean, I'm 40 though. I feel like at this point, like if you're not comfortable with that stuff, like what are you doing?
Baby, a lot of guys are not.
Oh.
A lot of guys are not. They're so. I mean, they're quick to sit there to be like, I want to put it wherever.
Yeah.
You know, but they're just not. They're not confident. You can tell that.
Really?
They're
I
not.
feel like
Guys
at this
are not
age,
confident.
confidence is like if you don't have confidence at 40, then like you're never gonna get it. Do you know what I mean? Like you've kind of been through it all.
They're all hurt little boys, and that's why they're fuck boys. Because they're like, the only way that I feel validated and good is if I can stick it in every other woman. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I guess I just, you know, for me, like, I feel like I'm confident enough that like if a woman rejects me, like I would never feel bad about that. Whereas I know some guys like that would like end their world. Like, they feel like really like, oh my God, like I'm so amazing. How could a woman not like me? And I'm just of the mindset where it's like, look, different strokes for different folks. You don't like me, move the fuck on. There's another person like, you know, there's literally another person a swipe away. Not even around the corner anymore. Because like with digital apps, it's like literally like if you wanted to right now, you could be having lunch with a guy, even though it's like 4:07. You could get a date because you're a good-looking woman, and some guy is definitely willing to take you out on a date in an instant. Yeah. So that is a possibility. So it's like because of that, it's like why get upset about like if the one person doesn't like you, like why get your feelings hurt over something that's so stupid?
Yeah.
But anyway, we're talking about ick.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Recording? We are recording. Sorry, I had to because it was a natural, funny moment. We were recording. We were just having a natural.
So I was eating a banana.
I know.
Oh.
So I recorded like kind of like midway because you were talking about me and I wanted that. It made me feel, you know, very very wanted, which is important. But we're talking about ick today.
Okay.
The things that like ick is like a very important thing. It's something. So what is ick? First of all, it's something that somebody does, something that they say. It could be really anything that turns you off about somebody. And I feel like early on, it's important to either establish what the ick is and whether or not you want to deal with it. Because you can get around ick, right? Like say somebody like does something, sends you a shitty selfie, like in my case, like that's a perfect example. Met that hottie police officer, sent her a selfie, there was hesitation. She probably got the ick for whatever reason. I thought it was a good selfie. You know what? I'm going to show you the picture of the selfie that I sent, and I want you to tell me, is this ick?
That's not that bad.
But it's not. You said not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. The only thing is, like, did you guys ever do like a video chat?
No, we never got to that stage.
I'm so about. I cannot stress the video fucking chat.
No, but what about this picture is bad? I want to know.
What about the picture?
So even lighting, like I'm on a treadmill.
It has nothing to do with the lighting. You just like you don't. That picture doesn't do. It doesn't do you. It's not you.
Okay, fair enough.
Like
fair
I don't know how to explain it. Like you give off a vibe. You give off. It's.
Okay. I'm gonna show you the picture of her now that she sent back
Please
after
do.
the LinkedIn stuff.
Please
and
do.
From a woman's perspective, is this a good-looking woman?
She's cute. She's cute.
She's cute.
She is cute.
But I will say, in her photos, she did look a lot thinner.
Yeah.
But she's also wearing a fucking police uniform and like, you know, a hat. You can't really see like, you know what I mean? Like, she.
Okay, can I say something?
Yes.
She's cute. If I was her, right? And once again, we'll get into this because this is one of my icks, right? Is that she could have seen your photo from there and been like, I'm gonna break this fucking guy. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Like that picture doesn't do you justice at all.
And I told her, I was like, look, like if you're looking for like, you know, like the John Rutherford, who's the character on the rookie. He's like the big burly guy. He's the rookie. He's like
Yeah.
40-year-old rookie or whatever.
Okay.
I'm like, that's cool. Like, be honest about it. You know, I am not that guy. Like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm a small guy. Like, I am not. I'm 5'8". I weigh like 156 pounds. Like, I'm a fucking lightweight guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so and some girls are attracted to that, right? Like, they want that like burly guy with the fucking beard and like, you know, who's like slightly overweight or maybe in shape, but he's like the big guy. And I was like, that's cool. You know, like that's some people's thing. And like, if that's your thing, that's cool. Like, you know, but just like, let's not waste each other's time.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, anyway, that weird stuff happened, and she's like, you know, like I don't think we're a good match. Whatever the case may be, I'm glad that she did that. Just like be honest about it's just be honest about whether or not like you want to deal with whatever ick it was. And I don't know what the ick was because she never said it,
Yeah.
but there was definitely an ick.
I know. Doesn't that kind of bother you? Like,
No, you know what? You know
Not at
what?
all?
It did at first because I was like, you know what? Like, so sent her that selfie of myself.
right.
To your point, she might have been like, I could fucking break this guy. So maybe she's like not interested, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But then I sent her like my LinkedIn and my Instagram.
So
and
she
then
saw many
she
pictures.
saw many pictures. And then she was like, you're so cute, yada, yada, yada. You look great. So like the tone like changed. And I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay. And then she sent me that photo and I got a bit of an ick. I said, you're cute. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like I didn't
Yes.
say like hot, sexy, because like it's not, she's also wearing a fucking that vest, right? Like
Yeah.
it makes her look bigger.
Sure.
And so I'm questioned, like, did she think that I got the ick and she was like, maybe we're not a good match and maybe she didn't want to deal with a potential rejection down the line?
Maybe.
That's a possibility. That would be like,
Absolutely.
that's like the guys, like, you know, like my, like, the way I perceive it in my head. Obviously, it couldn't be me, but it very much could be. But I think that's an important thing is like never get offended if someone someone finds the ick on you and doesn't want to proceed. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, early on, I feel like the attraction should be like you want to jump that person. You want to fucking pounce on them. Like, it should be, like, hot. You know what I mean? I feel like we have that. And especially off the first date. And if that's not there, it's like, why bother? Because if there's an ick off the bat, I'm of the opinion where it's like, move on.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's only going to get worse as the onion, you peel back the layers, right? Like,
For
as
sure.
we get to know each other, there's going to be icks. Like, we're very new to, you know, dating. And so I would say that as I peel back your layers, you peel back mine, you're going to see some shit. And you're going to be like, I don't know if I like that. But I think the thing is, the key to it is communication. It's like, talk about it.
Absolutely.
How do you get over ick?
That's a very good question. So, I mean, that goes so many different things. Like, I saw your pictures on the dating site, and I told you that they weren't very good. And it's
I'm
really
glad that
crazy.
you said that, by the way.
It's really crazy, actually, because I liked the back and forth banter, and we, like I said, we hopped on the video chat very fast. The video chat was an eye opener for me. It was a huge. I have now not focused so much on pictures because I've met people that look way better than their pictures in real life, and just their personality makes them amazing. Or I've met people that look absolutely horrible compared to their pictures. So I no longer look at pictures anymore. It's more I want to see like what's really going on, what they're looking for, stuff like that.
Fair enough. But like, how accurate would you say like my photos are to like me? Because they are recent photos.
They don't do you any justice.
Okay, so
They don't.
Okay, so tips then for guys. What photos would you have liked to see of me?
Oh, you know what? To be honest with you, I think the best thing to do is there's an option on Hinge where you can put a video. I think
okay,
having
yeah.
a video is so, because there's so many different factors. Like besides the picture, I want to know what your voice sounds like.
I will say
Because-
that is very sexy. And I do like that about Hinge because some of the women, they have like a voice note where it's like, this is how you pronounce my name. It's Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
And that is sexy. You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh, I can kind of gauge a personality from a voice, right? From a
Absolutely,
tone.
absolutely.
And you're right. Like that is that's actually a really good tip. If there is an option to do like a video or a voice note, like absolutely do that because
Mm-hmm.
you're right. Like pictures, I feel like they don't do you justice. Your pictures don't do you justice. Like you look fantastic in real life, and you do in your
Thank you.
pictures. Your pictures are hot.
Uh-huh.
But there, you know, there's some serious photos of you. And I
I
actually
keep getting this.
I know, but you know what? I don't mind that because, you know, it shows that you're like mature, you're an
Yeah.
adult, like you have your shit together. I like that. But then there's also like the sexy slutty ones at the gym, and that's hot, and that's where the attraction comes in. So I think
Sure.
it's a healthy mix of both.
Right.
But yeah, like I'm happy that you're transparent. It's like your pictures suck, and I feel like every guy should do that. Like if you have a female friend or, you know, a sister, like ask them, be like, how? Because like a woman's perspective, and men, we think all of our pictures are great.
Yeah,
I
sure.
look so hot in this, like, I have one picture, I'm like, I'm like shirtless. I just got back from a run in the gym. I'm like, I look fucking hot. But you're like, your pictures aren't very good. That's the truth. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like even if, for guys out there, even if you think your pictures makes you look sexy, ask a woman's perspective. I
For
think
sure.
that is it. Women, though, I feel like you have more freedom. You know what I mean? Like, guys, like, we're pretty easygoing. Like, if you were to take a shitty selfie, like, we're still gonna think that's hot. Like, if you're an attractive, well, it's not even like attraction is different for everybody. But I feel like you couldn't post a bad picture. Like, if you were to take a photo of you, like, in the baggiest clothes, like with dirt on your face, I'd still think you're sexy.
Oh, thank you.
So we're pretty guys are. I'm just in general. I think guys are a little bit more like forgiving with that stuff. But it's definitely not the same. Not the same.
No, totally not the same.
Yeah.
Totally not the same. Go back to the ick for a second. We were talking about. So we're
Yeah.
talking about photos, but there's a lot of things for me that give me the ick, like consistency and communication. That's a huge one. Like if a man is not constantly putting in the effort and making me feel like a priority, I lose interest so fast. Like I've already told you, like most
Right.
guys don't even make it past a video chat or past a first date.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That is actually like you know what's so great about this conversation. I feel like guys wouldn't even think about that.
Yeah.
They'd be like, my ick is a physical thing. But what you're saying, it's actually more of like an effort thing.
Yes. Absolutely.
You know
Absolutely.
you know what's funny? This so I was talking to this one girl. She's a redhead. She was pretty cute. We just kind of like more like friendly than anything else. And she's like, you know what the problem is with guys is the lack of effort. They just want to fuck anything. They will find a hole and fuck it. Doesn't matter like what that hole is. And it's like that's why she's like I don't go on any dates. Like I go on like 2 dates a year. And I'm like, and she's 41. She's no kid, single. She's a good looking girl. And I'm like, wow, that's like so sad. So like you are so jaded because of all of these like dirt bags that are just trying to like fuck you and put in no effort to do so. And she's like, yeah, she's like that's it. That's the thing. Like they'll put in zero effort and want to fuck me. And they think like that's a possibility. And I think that's so it's kind of sad, but at the same time, like, like guys are guys. You know what I mean? Like that's like more so I thought would be in their like 20s and like early 30s, but not in the 40s. But to your point, like there are fuckboys at every age in life.
There is.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
So let's go back to that consistency thing. So like what I was telling you before about like a lot of guys don't make it past first dates. Say for example, me and you go on a date on Saturday and then you barely talk to me throughout the whole entire week, but yet the next Saturday or maybe the Friday night, you'll say like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you want to do something? And I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't talked to you the whole entire week. Or maybe we had plans for the next Saturday because we went on the date and you really liked me and you were like, hey, what are you doing next Saturday? Like, let's plan something. But you still didn't talk to me all week. I don't want to go out with you on the Saturday.
Yeah. And I think that's definitely like a guy like dating multiple people. Right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And like trying to spread the effort around to like you know what would be really great if people just had like an app where it's like you get one match only at a time and then you either date them or like you lose them and you move on. I think that's like a great concept for a dating app.
It is.
Because the idea of like matching with all these people and like you cannot physically put in the time and the effort to every single person. So I think you need to have like you need to focus on one, maybe two people, and that's it. So all these people that have like like 70 people on their list, like you're just spiraling. It's kind of like when you have too many options.
Yes.
It's like it's like how the fuck do you choose? It's like I do this with restaurants all the time. It's like, oh my god, like what do I want? I have so much living in the city. You have so many restaurants. I'm like, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna like make a decision there. And you're like, do I want Chinese? Do I want Indian? Do I want Italian? And it's like you just keep walking around in circles and you can't really pick one. That's what this is like. It's like you're just like there's so many options and you don't know what the fuck you want. And I would say to that, it's like I think the best thing to do is like figure out one or two that you really want, and then go after that and put in the effort to, making your reservation at that restaurant. And in translation, talking to, like fully talking to that person or those two people.
Agreed.
Where it's very much like I have this like analogy, and this is like a girl way back in the day that like broke my heart. She was beautiful, and we were at this like club. It was her birthday, and there was like a bunch of guys that wanted to get with her. We ended up making out in the middle of the dance floor, and I swear everything went black. It was just me and her for that. Even though there was thousands of people around, it was just me and her for that moment. It was very romantic. Didn't work out, but it's like in that moment, it's like that one-on-one time where it's just you and that other person. that is the only way to succeed in dating. It's like you cannot keep, like, I'm going to try this person, I'm going to talk to this person for 5 minutes, this person for 5 minutes. Like, it's like ADD crazy.
Yeah. No, you can't. You can't. I mean, for those of you that have ever been to therapy, it's just like what a therapist would say to you. You can't have a relationship if you have one foot in and one foot out. So
Yes.
you either got to be all in or nothing.
But we're not even talking relationship. We're talking about the
But
process.
even the dating. So like for me, the process of dating, right? Like, and I think I've explained this to you, is like I'm looking to see how somebody's going to be in a relationship. So
Right.
if you're showing me off the bat that you can't communicate, you're not willing to plan dates, you're not trying to make an effort to see me, you're not saying like, hey, like I want to see you, I miss you, like you're not.
So
asking
that is
me
the
how my
biggest
day.
ick for you.
That is the biggest ick for the biggest. Like I will so lose interest in you so fast.
So
like,
you would go with like a less attractive guy if he's willing to put in the effort.
110%. 110%.
Gentlemen out there who are maybe a little bit overweight, maybe a little bit like you don't have your shit together, like listen to these words of wisdom, right? Put in the effort. Show a girl that you're really interested in her by just talking to her. Yeah. And I think that is a great piece of advice and a great way to end the ick conversation.
Love it.